Okay, so I know I'm a bit late, but I have a good reason. This is my reason. That was my reason. That is why I was late. Anyway, let's do a pool. If it will load. Will I get anything? Let's see. I got nothing. Gotta love it. How many paid ones do I have? Oh, I've got a few paid. Oh well. Let's use daily paid then. Might as well. And I just realized that audio isn't connected. There it is. That should now be connected. Hey yo, what? One, two, the way of the karma. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I wanted a Ryoshu one. Damn it. Ah well. See. Oh well, I don't have a he. Anniversary. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and equip Vigilius. De-equip Don. Why do I have a message? Who messaged me? Oh, just more stuff from my work. Ah well. Recent wheel of that Samara. Anyway, we should get back into the challenge. Actually, before I do, what's this ticket do anyway? Identity takeoff ticket. Okay, level 50 plus. I am gonna use that. A different identity. So this is Fire Fist, isn't it? Yeah. I do kind of want to use a burn team, so in the future. So I might as well use it on him. A crimson flame bursts out. The sword-bearing child fell on his rear in shock, and the one wearing gauntlets reached out to help. Missed him assault. By striking the right spot and the right time, the loose equipment can start a fire. The taciturn child spoke to one who collapsed on the floor, extending an arm equipped with his extinguishing gauntlet. On the other hand, nothing will be kindled if the trajectory and friction aren't right. Fire cannot ignite by its lonesome. I have been taught that this law guides all of the Lu thus. Fire will naturally spark just as I naturally still remain in Sector 6. The confused child tilts their head as if a question still remains, while the one who answers looked at them with a faint smile. Devote yourself to practice. With that, the child left. I'm just going to switch him back to that. Outcast. Back into the dungeon. Take these citizen.
이게 최선이겠죠?
So I'm eating while I'm talking. Another veteran appeared in the dark, carrying a depressed aura. His sparkling old badge seemed to signify a rank once held. Manjigurigo? I think I remember that face of yours, but why? I was the head manager of your team. Not only did you desert us, you now have the audacity to take the lives of your old comrades, my subordinates. Look, the war ended a decade ago, but I guess some folks still haven't let go of their obsolete ranks, huh? Indeed, nothing has ended. Nothing has ended, damn it. The war may have been over for you when you deserted G-Corp, but we're fighting for our lives on the battlefield to this day. As much as I did want to relate to you, think this. Think this way. I'm not really that different here. Then you ought to understand, Gregor. There is only one verdict that awaits deserters. You say that like it means something, but it's against company policy to carry out summary executions for personal revenge, my head manager. And here comes the fight. This is a moment of weakness. Do you understand? Press the offense now.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
제가 해낸 건 맞죠?
And that dude just got thrown across the room. Man, these guys are just getting tossed around.
재밌는 순간이에요.
It's like they really are nothing but cockroaches.
규정대로
Ah well.
골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
Once a cockroach, always a cockroach. Perhaps the time this ex-soldier spent off the battlefield was long enough to rust his powers. The head manager, who must have defeated countless enemies in his glory day, was now nearing his own end. You were once well respected, Gregor. I never really asked for respect. Don't proceed any further, only hell awaits you. Sorry, but I don't think I can follow your advice. I ought to be a go-getter if I don't want to be fired. Have you abandoned your honor for some pittance? I sold that away long ago, right with my metal landlord couldn't wait for rent any longer. A bit of smile appeared on the head manager's face. You're no different from us. In the end, we're nothing but disgusting pests. He took a few more shallow breaths, then ceased to move. Hey, mind if I borrow a cig? Just this once. Gregor put the borrowed cigarette next to the one he already held in his mouth, then lit it and tossed it on the chest of the deceased comrade. Sorry, didn't want to share mine with that thing. Yoshi gave a snort. The smoke from Gregor's cigarette lingered with the prevailing silence in the air for a short while. Containment Hall 5 or Containment Hall 4? Let's go Containment Hall 4. And who has Bash? You do, you do, you do. Do you? Yeah, you do. You also do, but that's kind of overpowered bringing her. More than it already is. So bring Bug Guy. There appears to be no more sight of the ex-soldiers from this point onwards. The commander did warn us not to go further. As we proceeded, we discovered bodies that seemed to have been there for quite some time. These are our L Corp's employees. I see traces of blunt instruments all the bodies share them, in fact. A management report. This document contains instructions for keeping abnormalities in check. Normally employees tasked with catering to abnormalities and memorize the instructions to the point of reciting them flawlessly. They don't usually carry notes like these. I dare suspect that no remaining employees had the necessary information when an abnormality breached. If the eggs weren't moved into the containment yet, that could be the case. There are way too many corpses here. What kind of abnormality could have massacred all the employees? Wait. What's the smell? You see, our office purchased an expensive device the other day. What are you on about? Sources suggest that toxin levels started to rise after a certain floor. I've been bleeding from my ears a bit, is that okay? No battle was rather... I was told that continued exposure to it may cause bleeding like that. How are you so fine though? This is the anti-abnormality gas grenade supplied to the employees. One must have gone off somewhere between the bodies here. True, the toxicity level do appear to be intense around this area. Hopkins had put on a gas mask before we noticed. Hey now, what about us? We weren't granted any additional supplies. You slippery rat, you knew all this time. You're not getting away with it. He stooped mired sentence and fell to one knee. Your blood flow is quickened if you're agitated. In other words, the toxins will spread faster. Well, it's a good thing that Hopkins probably is not gonna live much longer. After all, fixers die every single day, especially those of lower levels. Try to remain calm. Minimize movement and breathing at regular intervals. Hopkins, Why didn't you tell me about this? Oh, I've got a question for you too, Yuri. Why would I make our office waste our precious funds on expensive gadgets for dead weight like you to use? If we're being real, it's a miracle that you managed to join us in the first place. Maybe Aya took pity and gave you special treatment, but she's gone now, so who cares? Sneaky blighter, is that how you want to live? Don't be silly, everything's fair game for a fixer. Hearing that the Red Gaze had company tickled my curiosity, but as it turns out, you were just a bunch of ragtag lunatics who thought it'd be a good idea to walk straight into these facilities with zero prep. What a sick joke, can't do anything but watch. Feeling the ire towards him, Hopkins backed away and scuttered to the exit. Well, at least I managed to grab an armful of enkephalins thanks to you. I'll write in my report that you all went missing. Course, suffocating to death is just too embarrassing. Ta-da! Yuri slumped on the floor, watching blood pour from her nose to her hands. And she's not the only one. Rhodia, Heathcliff, and the other sinners are suffering from the blood loss too. Gregor, I took this with me so you could have something to remember her by. He was holding the same type of gas mask as the one Hopkins wore. But why? Heard gave you special treatment, didn't she? This is as good as yours, then. As for our unprepared band of lunatics, we do have a way out. Don't worry about us. Coughing up blood, Yuri put on the mask. I know he's right. I know earning recognition from an office of strangers is a hard thing to do, even if I take on all kinds of errands day and night. There were only 3 minutes left until the branch was locked down. Initiating site burial. The doors weren't about to close on me. So what else am I supposed to do? Is it so wrong that I survived? Should I have been buried alive alongside my co-workers? When the whole building was gone under all so the abnormalities won't escape. It is a sin. At least down here. That stings a little, Gregor. Standing astounded, I snapped back to reality and checked on the sinners. Half of them had already passed away on the floor, and Ishmael's head drooped just as she said her last words. A sin? But so what, bud? You've got to live on like it's nobody's business. Laying guilt on your face over spilt milk will wear your heart out. With Gregor drawing his last breath, Yuri and I became the only surviving members standing in the area. Don't worry too much about us, I can take them back there and revive them. I knew mechanically ticking was all Yuri could hear, but I did my best to communicate my message to her nonetheless. I know. Yuri ended the conversation with not a word after. After a long period of awkward gloom, the toxin gas finally disappeared. Looks like it's okay now. Oh yeah. I'll give you a hand. Let's go bring your people back to life. Saying that, Yuri took the gas mask off and calmly carried the sinners on her shoulder one by one. Unsure what to say for her, I remained quiet.
의심, 암귀, 불안과 공포 그런 것들이 들끓을 때가 가장 취약하죠. 알아듣겠습니까? 지금이
Upheave. Let's go Pierce and Desk Coops.
간다.
쉽네.
그래. 그렇게
Very
시원하게
good. Now this is something worth a watch. I very much prefer to preside over those who know what they're doing.
하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
That's kind of useful. They're all dead anyway.
가라앉는군요.
손쉽구만.
And now canteen. Enter. Were those abnormalities responsible for killing all the employees?
아니에요.
I doubt that if my guess is right.
맞다면
선방을 주시하십시오.
Keep your eyes ahead, manager. There's another one of them. A humanoid being wearing the head of a statue was sitting against a wall.
안녕.
Hi.
너희도
Are you here to draw your lot?
하러 왔니? 사원증
Gather all your IDs and give them to me.
당첨자를
Then we'll
고르는
find the
거야.
winner. Its hands were barely grasping onto the strap of an employee ID card. Alex was the name written on it.
알렉스.
Ah, damn it! And just like that, I am back. Alex?
제정신이 아닌데.
Gone nuts, has she, hasn't she? And what's the babble about, winners?
어떤 환상체도
Some abnormalities demand regular offerings as a part of the managerial guidelines.
그쪽으로
You shouldn't go that
가면
way, they'll find you.
그것들이 곧 찾아낼 거야. 그리고 결국
And the offerings happened, didn't it?
있었던 거구나. 네가
It's your turn to draw. Offering.
인신 공양을
What
하지
happens
않으면
if no human
어떻게
sacrifice is
되는 거야?
made?
그건 몰라요.
We never found out. We followed every procedure without fail.
탈출해서 닥치는
I
대로
guess it
사람을
escaped and
죽이고
started
그러는
killing
거야.
people left and right. That abnormality must have been one spineless bugger. Doesn't it whack victims in the back of the head?
그게
What do you
무슨
mean?
말이에요?
Didn't you all get jabbed in the eye or whatever? Those wounds were clearly left by humans. You can tell they were beating the shit out of each other. Those sickos killed each other in a fight. For what reason? Clear as day. Probably figured they could survive a while even after the branch was buried. Kept offering folks from time to time and the rest might get rescued one day. Guess they kept the lots going for a few months. It was the safest way to they had to keep the things in check. Problem though, you think the one picked as the fool guy would gladly accept his fate? If I were them, I'd rather strangle the bloke next to me. Better them than me, ain't that right? And the rest is history, I bet.
그러다
And the
마지막으로
last survivor put on the stone mask belonging to the statue heads,
인신 공양을
believing that
피할
it'll save her from being sacrificed.
없어요.
That can't be. Alex wouldn't kill others just so she could live. How do you know that? You can't even be sure if that's actually Alex or not.
한 가지
Let me give you a tip.
조언을 해줄까? 그들이
You'll be much better
직접
off going on your own foot before you come take your...
훨씬 편할 거.
이만 떠나지.
Let us be on our way. The person will perish before long. While everyone left moving along, Yuri remained in place and continued to stare down the statue-clad individual.
네 잘못이 아니었어.
It wasn't your fault. You know it's not right.
날 두고
Leave me
가.
behind, Yuri. Time to go. They're rampaging through rummaging through corpses looking for something. Relentless demands for an offering ring in the ears. They look like they'd jump at us a second. You see a dying person nearby gasping for air. Should you offer this person up, or don't offer them up? Begin a combat. Offer a sinner. Offer the person. Sacrifice the clay dolls carried the corpse to be off into the distance. All allies gain 5 defense levels. All allies lose 10 sanity. And some people go into the negative. Ah well.
명령에 따를게요. 효율적이라면.
And they're really praying to the manager. Anyway. Dominating, and I can't attack him. So, might as well absolutely eviscerate them.
그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요, 단테. 적합한 조치였습니다. 나라도 그렇게 했으면
I would have done the same in your shoes. Well done.
이만하면 훌륭하군요.
Damn it. Actually, I'll go with that guy. Dominating and dominating. Wait a second. So basically, okay, yeah. I'm just forced to have one of these guys hit Mersault, I guess.
가보죠.
어떠냐?
Yeah, basically no damage. Offer a clay doll, offer a sinner. Looks like one of the sinners will have to do a clay doll's job. Gregor, me boy. Check this out, Manager Bud. Did a pretty neat job, right? Powerful attack does more than simply observation. Enemies target is mobilized as far as paralyzing them with the fear the same attack might target them next. Bat bash. And Desku.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
쉽네.
Oh, broke apart. Excellent, Cinefive. I heard that you're quite damn it. Smackdown. That. Nailing fist.
먼저 간다.
Quite a fitting name for a former N-Corp employee.
야, 타. 늘 새롭다니까요.
Heathcliff sure looks like he's having fun. Yep, got burnt.
나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
The height of the abnormality wearing everyone down. We'll have to make an offering. Go, and next up, attack. Attack. Attack.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
손쉽구만. 쉽네.
다음 판단을 부탁드립니다.
귀찮은 부위가 분질러진 모양이죠, 관리자.
You sense a dangerous glow.
잘 분별해서 잘라냈길.
Universal flame targets allies. Huh. Does a lot of damage apparently. Anyway, let's just kill it.
좋아, 간다. 손쉽구만.
There we go. Forgot how easy this chapter of the game was.
2층에는
This floor is crawling with maggots. These bugs aren't so bad after the last floor's abnormality. Don't want anything like that ever again. Sure, Greg would be glad to hear that, aren't you, buggy buddy? But Gregor wasn't paying attention to Rogia. Don't you all hear something? We've been hearing a constant growl, Rodia. Are you really that hungry at a time like this? Hey, you're supposed to let that kind of stuff slide, please, girl. No, not that. It's like, for the first time on the expedition, Gregor walked ahead of the group and opened the door next to him, as if by some compulsion. Wait, that's a containment unit! It's like that time. No, the door was already open. Gregor gazed into the shower of golden light pouring from the room. Gregor, did we travel back in time? I see an overcast sky. Cries and screams twist and ring out at a distance. And in the sky, gunfire and artillery create a cacophony. Isn't it clear enough? This is a battlefield. The heart of it. Am I dreaming or not? Why are we here? Again? So, why the hell are we in a bloody battlefield? Is this a trap or something? No. We're on the right track. The essence of the technology we're looking for is not far from here. You mean the golden bow? Correct. Do you recognize when this was? Anyone with functioning eyes should know at a glance. I actually don't. I confessed. It's obvious that you wouldn't recognize this, manager. You don't have eyes that fit conventional definitions. Was that the best excuse you have? Otis cleared her throat if to mask her embarrassment, then turned her narrow gaze to the battlefield. Judging from the colorful wave of gorish flags showing off the factions in play, this is at least 70 days into the smoke war. Man, these guys really are cockroaches. This concludes briefing, manager. Suddenly, there was a strong tug on Heathcliff's coat from behind. Are you out of your mind? You need to shelter now. You'll age rapidly if exposed to the bomb blasts. The outpost next to ours turned into a nursing home. They can't even walk without sticks. Who the hell are you and why do you act like you know us? Oh, Manager Gregor, my respect, sir. The bandaged man snapped to attention and saluted Gregor as soon as he saw him. You wouldn't recognize me, sir. I'm Toma from Biometrics Maintenance. I thought you were part of the front unit. I didn't expect you to find here at the back. Are you on your way to the front? I could help you get there since the augmentation on my legs allow me to jump. That sounds gross. Toma looked at Ryoji with suspicion. You... What did you just... Hey, Toma, so you're an assistant manager or regular staff? Yes, I am an assistant private, sir. You see, she is a new hire who had a procedure not long ago, so still getting over the confusion, you know. I'll give her a good talk to. I get it. Our corporation must have been getting desperate, sending unprepared employees to the battlefield, to the battle. Yeah, we're sorry. Sorry for the trouble. I've got to take her somewhere real quick. Gregor practically yanked himself out of the conversation, hurriedly walked to Faust. Just what's going on, Faust? These are my memories. We're in the phantoms of your ego, to be precise. An open path in your psyche, in other words. We've entered your heart and mind, Gregor. On the first turn of battle, inflict 1 burn on all enemy targets. Cool. To battle. And which path shall I take? I will take this one. Taking the same people. Because I'm very limited of who I can take. Thing I'm gonna show up, everything is wobbling. It would appear that the psychological pressure is rising. But you should be fine. I think I once had an unsettling nightmare. Maybe I'm still in one even now. In this dream, there was only 2 colors in the room where I stand. The blue covering every wall and the dangling dot of red. I know how to get out of here too. All I had to do was stretch out my arm and cut the hanging apple. The people in blue coats seemed to think I failed to understand that. They would come to several times a day and explain it to me over and over. Unfortunately for them, that wasn't the part I struggled to understand. When I finally gave up thinking about it and the sliced apple fell to the floor, the door was opened. I don't remember what drove me to do it. Maybe I was exhausted mentally, or maybe I sought to resign myself to it. In either case, why do I remember is my desire to break free from the nightmare. You finally did it. I knew you could. The surgery was a successful after all. You just have to keep it up. Chop up the apples in front of you. Simple, isn't it? Oh right. Happy 15th birthday. Okay. A nightmare escaped through renunciation and resignation. One day as I awoke from my unsettling dreams, I had found myself transformed into some hideous pest. I cut apples in half. Some were hard, some crumbled, some were soft, some sappy. The surgery smell made me sick sometimes. At some point I realized something. I thought I woke up from the dream, but I was still right in the middle of that nightmare. Green, green, blue, blue, orange.
알아듣겠습니까? 지금이 그래 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 일처리 빠르게 그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요.
Right.
적합한 조치였습니다.
쉽네.
Now here, coin face also activate the action of certain skill effects. Still in a battlefield. It's the same place as before though, something's about it's different. There was a strong tug at Heathcliff's coat from behind. Are you out of your mind? Get to shelter now. You'll age rapidly if exposed to the bomb's blast. The nest next to ours turned into a nursing home. They couldn't even walk. The nest. Hold on, isn't he the same guy we just... It's not a problem because Manager Gregor is with us. He doesn't suffer side effects like the rest of us and he can regenerate his arm too. He was operated on by none other than Herman, our most skilled director. A hero shouldn't be on the rear guard. I'll give you a ride.
뭔데?
What the hell? Get away from me. 4 pairs of wings emerge from his back, clicking and twitching. Why are you running? You should raise G-Corp's banner and take the lead on the front lines. I never wanted any of this. Not the procedure, not the war. Take the lead, take it. Homer's mouth opens unnaturally, and a pair of long antennae begin to grow from his face.
또 싸워야 돼?
We gotta fight them again? My stomach's gonna hurl.
무슨 헛소리지?
What is that display of weakness? Do you wish to be punished for insubordination? I think we should run here.
탁월한 계획입니다.
An excellent plan. The hell is her deal?
후퇴는
Retreat is not an option.
이해가 되지 않아요.
I don't get it. I heard every employee under the corporation had modifications, but I couldn't have been this foul. What we see here may differ from actual accounts. The path was opened by Gregor's feelings rather than his memories. This is how he felt in his heart about his own allies. Did all the employees in your wing receive the augmentation procedure? Most did. Was it done with their consent? That's so. Did the people in L-Corp consent to offering themselves up to abnormalities? I heard that was written on the contract. We were never properly informed though. They said such routine procedures should be skipped for efficient management. That we should face the fear. In the end, anyone who joined the corporation agreed to it, knowing or not. Can guess how it went for us then. Say what you will about fixers, at least they won't have taken someone at 15. You hear a faint voice. Please help. Do you follow the sound or... Check out the source. Soldier was crushed under rubble, gasping in agony. Please kill me, it hurts too much. We will be ordered to bring this off the piece. Let's make Ryoshi do it. Thank you. The soldier's life was delivered a coup de grace by the knife. The human rhythm that rose through the blade soon ceased, and the soldier was eased into eternal rest. Got a fine piece of work out of it. All allies gain 10%. Yada yada yada. I'm gonna grab a drink. And rub my eyes real quick, 'cause my eyes hurt. And the spike stretch. Where's my drink? There it is. What's the delay, Yuri?
잠시만요.
Give me a second, please. The gas mask fell off my bag.
이젠 쓸모도 없을 텐데.
I don't see it serving any practical purpose now. You're only weighing yourself down. You never know. She can't be brought back like the thinners. Once she's dead, she's dead. Don't know if there's any more grenades. Although it probably would be smart to try and steal some.
아야씨.
I mean, it's as memento. You're indulging the most pointless activity in the world. You aren't even from N-Corp.
반대로 묶어야 돼요.
Tie it the other way.
네?
Sorry?
매듭이요.
The knot, it's come loose again if you tie it that way. There's a sailor knot I learned on the boat. I'll teach you how to do it back on the bus. Thank you. What now? Since when were you so friendly?
유리, 이렇게 된 거 림버스 컴퍼니 알아. 그리고 뭐
I'm just gonna skip. You made a smile for the first time, albeit faintly. And we all know what happens to Yuri. Wait, Greg is on the banner. The war was over.
하지만 난
Yet my doppelganger was still holding a silly pole with a confident look on his face. That's not the kind of face I'd make.
하지만
Though, gotta give it to him for making the hair on my arm look as grotesque as it really... Whose job was that?
유머가 늘었다.
I've grown fond of humor.
악몽 속에 오래
Being consumed by the nightmare for so long must have made me crave liveliness. Those scum from E.G.O should all be sent to the gallows.
누군가 중얼거리면서
Someone mumbled, spitting on the floor.
목소리의 방향이
I could tell what they were speaking towards without even looking. Knowing that,
속이
I felt nauseous.
저기요.
Sarah, you alright?
어이, 괜찮은 거야?
Hey, okay, babe?
얼굴빛이
You okay,
영 안
babe?
좋아 보이는데.
You don't look so well. I was just in the subway.
무슨 개소리야?
The hell are you blabbering about?
그래.
Greg, we're still on the battlefield. Greg groped his pocket with stumbling hands, looking for a cigarette out of habit, but soon stopped. It dawned on him as it did me. All the sinners seem to have realized it now. Tilma is gonna grab us and give me a warning any second now. Are you?
토마 씨.
Look, Tilma, I'm starting to get sick of your pickup lines, so I'll just say it once. We're not out of our minds, and the aging bomb ain't gonna hit us. No. Huh. That's oddly eldritch. Instead of elaborating, he pointed up. I need help. I don't want to die. Toma was crushed to a pulp right before our eyes. There's only one thing to say in this situation like this. Run. All troops retreat. We muster up everything we can to run, but the airborne hand is ever persistent and shows no sign of letting up. We're all gonna get turned into pancakes. Got any bright ideas, smart one? I'm listening. There are too many variables considering the phantoms of ego. I can't be hasty with my judgment. There is no case for hesitation. A true hero succumbs to no hardship. I don't think I want to recover a flattered body. Sorry, Dante, I don't mean it that way. It was tempting to say something back to her, but I figured now was the time to keep my mouth shut. Still thinking, are you? Hey, well, are you Miss Know-It-All? If you're asking for an immediate solution, then yes, I've yet to come up with one. The only thing I can say for certain is that our objective is not nearby. Dante would have responded strongly otherwise. Me? Are you joking? That's all you've got? Heathcliff furrowed his brow, ready to snap at the unhelpful servant. But a sudden close shave with the massive palm made him focus his energy on his legs rather than his mouth. Gregor. Hey, why you hold up? I think I see now. If this world is produced by of my mind. Gregor took a breather, then looked up at the sky. We shouldn't run away from that hand. Did you finally get your crackers or what? Gregor, are you sure? My own free will never played much of a role in my life. It only makes sense that resisting it's meaningless in this refraction of my mind. In that case, letting the inevitable happen might be the answer. Are you all serious? It's not like we're any other way, we're all exhausted. Besides, look at that paint on its nails. You don't see that kind of polish just anywhere. If that hand belongs to who I think it does, she will not stop chasing us. Faust, you said this is a path in my heart, right? Then I can tell you this for sure. It's about to hit a dead end. Be it the nightmare or the road, I never once strayed from the woman's control. Who is Gregor talking about, and what does he mean by a nightmare? As much as I wanted to ask him, might as well. Soon enough, the giant hand cast its shadow over us, descending. Just before it reached us, it stopped to hold us in its grasp. Everything went dark. When everyone else was suffering? Yeah, I'm just gonna skip now. Skip. And just like that, we all have -10 sanity.
하라고? 나? 뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
의심,
And I'm just gonna click that.
불안과 공포 그런 것들이 들끓을 때가 가장 취약하죠.
Only because I just want to get combat encounter done with because I don't have much time left. And I've got to complete this.
일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지. 골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이
해보기는 할게요.
되었군요.
안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
어이쿠, 생각보다 잘 들어갔네.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요. 딴테 적합한 조치였습니다. 골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요.
좋은
딴테.
전략이네요. 가보죠.
나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
가라앉는군요.
나라도 그렇게 했으면
쉽구만.
되지. 이만하면 훌륭하군요.
Man, his back's disgusting. Oh, the golden apple. Well, as I'm running out of time, I'm just gonna use effective sinners. I'll just use a sinner so it'll be effective no matter what their level is.
효율적이라면. 텐테,
And I'm gonna skip.
이 격리시라.
I will read the end though.
이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠, 딴테. 하던 대로 해보십시오.
And use that, I guess. That. 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 And that.
행동을 개시합니다.
확실히 훌륭하군, 5번 수감자. 덕분에
어떠냐?
위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지. 간당 목숨줄만 붙어있군. 곧 끝장낼 수 있을 것 같은데.
I really should de-equip all the ego.
효율적인 마무리를
표정에 따라
명령하시겠지요.
실행합니다.
그대.
Another part broken.
귀찮은 부위가 번질러진 모양이죠.
예.
관리자. 우선 순위를
Genuine.
분별해서 잘라냈길 기대하겠습니다.
6회를 맞이했어.
The abnormality devoured Yuri in one bite. She was gone without a trace. I can save the other sinners, but there's nothing I can do about Yuri. Without a word, Gregor hacked the slashes away at the abnormality, as if he expected to find Yuri unscathed by slicing the apple open.
의심, 암귀,
Paranoia, fear, yada yada yada.
그런 것들이 들끓을 때가 가장 취약하죠. 알아듣겠습니까?
And now we see the abnormality's true face.
표정에 따라 실행합니다.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요, 단테. 적합한 조치였습니다. 이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠. 단테. 하던 대로
Pierce.
해보십시오.
Blunt. You want to get this over and done with. Blunt. Blunt. Blunt.
곡들을 제거하겠소. 절친 낙유카오.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군.
그 자식은
That bastard has to be alive still.
살아있을 거야.
덜 답답한 법이지.
모든 결과들은
Faust knows all outcomes. The mass of maggots falls apart in a hail of silent screams. Beyond that, I see a wave of radiant golden light. Is that the golden bow? Just as I begin to apprentice project, the apple begins to tremble.
저 혹시
Excuse me, are you the people from Limbus Company? Yuri, you're okay? Even though I had clearly seen it devoured her, I couldn't stop myself from asking.
버스로 돌아가면
When we go back to the bus, Sharon, how... Then I saw a glimpse of the pink locks of hair that Rogia took a liking to. Yuri's head stood motionless, facing Gregor. Her face was upright. However, Yuri, we knew and accompanied, was always hunched over. She slouched at all times, as though it were her sole survival obligation to carry the wills of her late colleagues. Given that, I can warn him with confidence. That isn't Yuri, Gregor.
그래.
Yeah, I think you're right. Gregor accepted it calmly. He then outstretched his arm, sending it flying towards Yuri. Yet, it soon stopped traveling. I didn't want to die. Cut her down, Gregor. I don't think this is the right thing to do as the manager. None of us wanted to die. But I had to shout at Gregor now to stop him from being ruined. Cut it down. Cut it now. I don't want to die. This is... The verminous arm stopped right before reaching the civilian's throat. I pulled against it with all my might, but it wouldn't budge. Please spare me, I'll give you all my money. Let the woman go, otherwise I will stop you by force. My arm, cut it off now. This is your final warning, release her now or... Just do it! As the dismembered arm fell to the ground, she slid down the wall gasping. However, peace doesn't last long. The arm started regenerating from its twitching stub. Are you alright, sir? No, stay away from me. Don't come any closer. The regrown arm rushes forward as if it remembered the pain it suffered mere moments ago. You have my utmost respect, Manager Gregor, sir. You really shouldn't. I don't fight the war because I wanted to. What else am I supposed to do? Is this so wrong to survive? Just live on, please. Having come to this end only to be stopped just before your labor bears fruit. How regrettable. Well, we'll take it. Opportunity left unclaimed will only become null and void. Yuri's head fell to the ground. It wasn't Gregor's doing. Yuri's mouth opened and let something out. It was a tree branch radiating a bright golden glow. Seeking the bow you were. You. A bit small, isn't it? I'm Herman. We'll be seeing each other often. The reason being, we need those bows and you are capable of finding them. You won't die, but we will kill you. Herman nudges Yuri's head with her foot. It won't be now though. We'll take good care of the golden bow you found. Kubo, my dear compatriot. Is this your path you choose? Indeed it is. Only few remain now. It's been a while, brother. Do you know how filthy your clothes smell? If only your family were here to see your state. Some reunion this has turned into. How are you treating your present, my son? I didn't invest in you just to see you in such a mess. I never asked for this, not once. You should at least finish unwrapping what I gave you. That little arm isn't all there is to it. Alright, now that's enough greetings. The man who introduced himself as Ji Hong clapped twice. Then everything went dark. Like walking from a long nightmare. The early dawn greets you. After some time passed. And I thought this would be an easy enough mission for you. After allowing the golden bow to be taken before your very eyes, you had to go to walk with your faces up. Have I overestimated you? Why don't you give me an excuse, Miss Faust? As it turns out, immortality wasn't the solution to everything. Anything to say for yourself, Dante? There was another group going after the golden bow. You had to have known this, so why didn't you warn me? They're asking about the other faction that thought the golden bow. Faust, placid relay of my words to Virgilius. Don't tell me, are you holding me responsible? Tell me then, Dante. Why would we bother sending 12 whole combatants to a place with no threats, after hiring fixers to guide them to? There. Enough of that, Manjabud. It's my fault. If you want someone to blame, I'm right here. How fascinating. Build a sense of camaraderie between you already. Well, I do suppose it's not too bad to cover up for each other since you're all in the same bus. Just know that sticking up for one another doesn't make up for your incompetence. We got a call after Team Spec Ops Section 4 has just gone underground for their job. That sounds about right. Someone has to salvage the ego and abnormalities left there. A real shame that the essence was lost though. This is getting excessive. Failure is a common thing on a battlefield. If an objective wasn't met, you'll devise another plan and redeploy. Are you sure it wasn't your expectations that were too high of our first mission? I will have you know that our manager performed with nothing short of outstanding. I suppose we'll leave it at that. You're not entirely wrong. Certainly. There seemed to be an uncanny tension between Virgilius and Faust. But right now I had neither the energy nor the willpower left in me to get inquisitive. The bus reeked of blood with all the stains and gore on our outfits, yet none of us tried to open the window. And no one had the urge to have a change of clothes. All of us just sat in place, dwelling in silence. Gregor had the most defeated look of all of them, staring out the window. Then he suddenly went to hang something from his pocket near the windshield of the bus. Bug guy, what did you put on Mephi's head? A memento.
두 사람의 유품.
Something that belonged to the two.
딱 유리 씨.
I had a sister just about Yuri's age.
그냥
That's all there is. I considered giving him a pep talk, but that quickly disappeared. Ishmael wore a grieving look. Sinclair was quietly weeping, and Roger looked out distressed sigh. I've actually essentially yes, I'm doing a challenge run. I've already beaten the latest Kanto, so I'm just doing a challenge run of trying to get through as far as I can in the game with nothing but the base IDs and E.G.O. So this is my second time doing this.
결혼
Sharon,
시야에
won't this get in your way? No,
하루는 괜찮아.
Sharon will be fine. Alright, let's hit the road.
바라지.
Yeah, it's not gonna be, I don't think it's gonna be that hard for the first few, but I know it's definitely gonna get very hard around Yi Sung's Kanto. Probably almost impossible at Ishmael's, and hell at Heathcliff's.
부릉부릉.
The bus slowly grumbled forwards. The gas mask hanging by the windshield waved like an ornament. I think it took me, yeah, when I was on Yi Sung's Kanto, I think it took me like, I think I streamed it 4 different times where I tried for like 3 hours each time to beat her and kept failing. Yeah, I think what carried me was I borrowed a friend's Dawn Officer Sinclair, and he managed to carry me. He was able to somewhat carry me in it. I'm gonna be honest, I thought that was Dawn for a second. I still really want to see what happens when Dante walks underneath a fire, it's fire sprinkler. Like, would he set it off? Does he set off smoke alarms? 2 questions that will never be answered, but I really do want to know. Princess Rudia is actually a very good id. One of the more yeah, I think she was the very first id that I actually grabbed as the ability to heal itself. Because I got her way before I started actually trying to get E.G.Os. Yeah, I haven't skipped this many because I just like the music. Ham ham hang pang. Ham ham pang pang. I don't really remember what my first good 000 was, to be honest.
이런 걸로 호들갑 떨지 않는 편이에요.
Yeah, I don't even really know what IDs I have. Actually, I think the first actual somewhat good one I got was this one. The spice bush. Anyway, I'm gonna do a railway run. Or continue this railway run. And I am not going to use the base sinners because they are not leveled up enough. Can't use that. Grab support. Kind of, yeah. Do I have to switch anything? You.
준비됐어?
You.
누님들을 위해
You.
모두 내가 진다. 부르신다면 언제든.
You.
문제 없어요.
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한 놈씩.
Yeah. I think I've completed one of them. Or like one of the 3 parts of Railway. This is my first time actually doing it, even though I've played since Cleanse Cafe.
저럴 때는 이유가 있는 법이
With themselves through, it's most likely the good reason. Now identify and eliminate that reason. Yeah. I spent like $25 to like $30 today. Solely to have Virgilius insult me. Oh yeah, forgot. Probably better if I actually do a reactions. Oh yeah. I think I actually got stuck on Railway 5. It was just hard fight after hard fight. This one's been easier for me. Personally. That targeting at? No idea why this ID's slashes. Well, let's see how this goes. $60 damage, not the best, not the worst. And you've got to be kidding me. I just got doomed by RNG. And what is the odds of that? I love getting horrible RNG. Got to be the best part of the game. Sometimes you just have to get lucky when it comes to stuff like this in the game. Like right now, I just had absolutely horrible luck.
쏠수 있죠? 공로 지원한다.
밖에서 맡고 있는 꼴을 보니 그다지 유쾌하진 않군. 관리자, 수감자를 무방비하게 만들지 마시오.
Okay, one staggered, which is good, and blind obsession. That is not good. Who are you targeting? You're targeting Don. Oh no, use E.G.O. You're targeting... I forgot his name. Who are you targeting? You're targeting him who was downed. You're also targeting him. You're targeting Ryoshu. Okay, yeah, that should be able to go up against it. It's neutral. Basically, gotta hope. Gotta put all of my hope into it. And just grab your attention.
타겟 포착. 1시 방향.
그대에게 보이는 이 전기 불꽃은 무슨 색을 띠고
I
있는
think I tried doing this you've got to be kidding me.
훌륭하군요.
I won't blame you, Blunder, given their attack seemed to have come from the left field. You can't possibly have known a line of sinners to take that force.
설마 알고 맞게 하진 않았을 테니.
Well, I'm gonna do a retry. Attempt 2, I guess.
들이 흥겨워하는군. 대체로 저럴 때는 이유가 있는 법입니다.
Attacking Heathcliff,
이유를 잡아
attacking Don,
적으시죠.
neutral, also attacking Don, attacking Mersault, hopeless, and struggling. Dominating. Unopposed, struggling. Try just defensive. Who can I go against with that? That's a neutral, that's a favored. Can I throw with that? Nope. Meaning it's gonna hit. Oh well.
전투 응대에 나선다.
That is that. Not the best, not the worst damage. That wasn't insanely lucky. Also, I think it's bullcrap they get to use all Purgicids for this.
오번 수감자.
And just absolutely atrocious RNG.
적이 많다지. 이 기회에 평소 지휘 실력을 확인해 보죠, 단테.
And 1 ego, 2 ego. Fell bullet. Struggling. Struggling. What's your sanity? That's decent odds, not the worst, not the best. Who's that targeting? That's targeting Don. Hopeless. Struggling. And I'll put my faith in Don. Unopposed. Literally, can anyone attack that? Nope, apparently. Right, yeah, I can. Oh well.
사격 개시.
Leg it if you want. My scattering bullets will turn your brain into fireworks no matter where you run.
어디에서든 네 머리통을 화려하게 터뜨릴 테니.
No idea what the numbers next to them are, or what they mean. No idea how that does slash instead of pierce.
합격장.
And you've got to be kidding me.
그간의 전투 경험이 쓸모가 없진 않았군요, 단테. 끝이었습니다.
I put my faith in Dawn and she completely just betrays me.
밖에서 맞고 있는 꼴을 보니 그다지 유쾌하진 않군. 관리자.
Two egos at once.
무방비하게 만들지 마십시오.
Who's it targeting? Mersault. Okay, good. It can go up against that. Targeting Yisung. Oh no, not Yisung. I forgot his name, but meh. That's apparently dominating. Is that attacking? That's attacking Don. Who's that attacking? Well, might as well.
점 찍었네.
한 점만 노린다.
Oh well.
깔끔한
And they're removed.
머리통이 작살났다고.
그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 납니다. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지. 나라도 그렇게 했을 테지. 이만하면 훌륭하군요.
There we go.
수많은 것들이
The
옥죄어
multitude tightens its hold.
환상의
Let's
세계.
visit the world of wonders.
골치 아픈 것들이
Not bad,
고깃
Dante.
조각이 되었군요.
Reduce the pile to red meat.
나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
So there are 3 waves to this, of course. Who's he attacking? Mersault. Hopeless. Struggling. Struggling. Opposed. Doesn't work. Don. 7 to your 21. I've got hope in you, Don. Do not abuse it.
제가 봐주마.
이제야
1 dead.
완성되었나.
Damn it, Don.
그 삶에 마침표를.
깔끔한 헤드샷. 머리통이 작살났다고.
골치 아픈 것들이 고깃
And we got
조각이
another ego.
단테.
I've learnt my lesson about trusting Faust. I mean, no, not Faust, Don. That's apparently neutral. Dominating. Let's just make sure that he dies.
가족을 위해
And he's dead.
상정 외의 공격이었으니 이것까지 당신 탓을 할 순 없겠군요. 설마 알고 맞게 하진 않았을 테니.
And I'll use this opportunity to heal all the current sinners.
타겟 포착. 1시 방향.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
즉시 꿈을 꾸러 가도록.
act.
무기를 만드는 것만
Next act.
내가
고기
어버이
조각이
같지.
되었군요, 단테. 나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
Okay. Well, at least we're not dealing with ego. Oh, no, that's just there now. Dodge. Who's that aiming at? That's aiming at Don. Who's that aiming at? It's also aiming at Don. Who's that aiming at? It's aiming at Ryoshu. Kind of have to use that. And a defense.
전투응대에 나선.
비뚤어졌구려.
산초류 경혈고.
And let's hope this kills him.
끝을 낼 시간이.
It did not, but it did a lot of damage.
어머해줘.
여긴 맡겨주세요.
제가 괜히 먹을 것들을
Go.
사들고 오는 것이
One has no turban staggered, that's good.
단테. 이런 보수적인 효과를 기대했었죠.
I buy sin as a snack for a reason. I hope they have positive effects like this. Makes sense. Aiming at Don. Aiming at Faust. Faust can't do anything about that. People can. Who are you aiming at? You're also aiming at Faust. Oh, and you're not anymore. Deal with them.
사격 개시.
Raid RNG.
따뜻한.
이러면 쏠수
Taking
있죠?
a shot.
지하 확보. 쏜다.
Bunch damage. Nice bout of crit.
이제야 완성.
One down.
골치 아픈 것들이
And
고기
got
조각이
replaced with
되었군요,
magic
단테.
bullet.
나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
Okay. You're also using an ego. First off, who are you aiming at? You're aiming at Ryoshu. Can you fight against that? No, you cannot. Now you can. Who are you aiming at? You are aiming at Yisung. I've got faith in him. They're aiming at Faust. The best option I have is that ego. Redirect. And then just have them target her. Mainly because I need her out. Don't want to deal with her.
무불사.
Obligate Star Heckens Lane. Whatever. There it is. Bird's eye view.
이상이
Utter to me what you think the ideal is. Never noticed that it makes wings.
그 삶의 마침표를
There we go. Troublesome person dealt with. You've got to be kidding me. I had faith in you, Faust.
간다. 너.
여긴 맡겨주세요.
골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요, 단테.
Okay, what am I missing for that? I'm missing purple. Sucks to be me, I guess. Oh, we can use an ego at least. Wait, will that be good enough? Yes, it is. Going after Yi-Sung. Not good enough, apparently. Crow's Eye View will be good enough. You, going after Faust. Gotta be shitting me. Can't even use an ego. Dimension Shredder against Don. And it's hopeless. You've got to be kidding me. Also hopeless. Make a bet. Who's that aiming at? That is aiming at Don. Hopeless. Let us see who dies. Oh yeah, that's attacking. Oh well,
타겟
Faust's gonna die.
한시 방향.
당장 루시를
Onward, Rocinante, again and again until the dream is within our grasp. Or just almost dead.
이상이
Utter to me what you think the ideal is. Yep, this Faust is dead. Oh no, barely alive.
가망이었군.
What egos are being used? What is cast?
있을 겁니다. 이건 녹음된 목소리일 뿐일 테니까. 일단 후퇴하고 머리를 굴리든
Best option.
스스로
What you use listening
생각하십시오.
to simply a voice recording. Well, who is that targeting? Well, Faust is dead.
타겟 포착 한시 방향.
And shoot him in the head.
좋아. 심탄하구만.
You've got to be kidding me.
골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요, 단테. 나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
And oh good, I can finally use this fluid sac. Who's that targeting? That's targeting Faust. That targeting, it's targeting Ryoshu. That targeting, that's targeting Don. That is targeting Yisung. That should be able to deal with it.
점 찍었네.
One down.
따뜻한 꿰뚫리고 엎드리도록. 자!
Go.
이상이
Utter to me what you think the ideal is.
그 삶의 마침표를.
And this battle will conclude with victory.
골치 아픈 것들이 거기
Not bad down tie, you reduce the pile of red. Yeah.
나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
Is that targeting? That is targeting. Heathcliff. Heathcliff can get a headshot. Is that targeting? Ryoshu. Well, let's see which will win.
사격 개시.
합격장.
Come on. I expected better of you, Don.
즉시 퇴거하시죠. 눈 감을 준비하고.
골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요, 단테. 나쁘지 않은 성과입니다.
And neutral, dominating, hopeless. Favored.
전투 응대에 나선다. 자! 흐르는 피로군.
Bird's eye view yet again.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오? 다음 목표로.
골치 아픈 것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요, 단테. 나쁘지 않은
And that's
성과입니다.
E.G.O. I've got someone that can fight against it apparently.
타겟
Let's
포착.
go.
산소를 경혈 온 라샹글. 자! 끝을 낼 시간이다.
And then staggered.
자! 영원한 잠으로 인도하지. 자! 영원한 잠으로 인도하지.
There we go.
전투 감각 하나만큼은 수감자가 되어도 훌륭하긴 하군. 이제 그 도통 알아들을 수 없는 말투만 고치면 딱 좋겠어. 4번 수감자. 골치
The next
아픈
and final act.
것들이 고기 조각이 되었군요, 단테. 나쁘지 않은
Who's that targeting? That targeting. He only has 2 bullets left, so I'm gonna use his ego while I can. Faust.
점 찍었네.
따뜻한
And Faust has been destroyed. Using his own ego against him.
도망쳐봤자 헛수고다. 퍼져나간 탄환이 어디에서든 네 머리통을 화려하게 터뜨릴 테니.
위에서 당신을 관리자로 정한
I have the reason for choosing you as a manager. I look forward to witnessing your exploits, Manager Dante.
단테.
Who's that going after? It's going after Faust again. Apparently that's dominating. That is going after Don, which is neutral. After Faust again. So I can't get it redirected, so... What? Oh yeah, only someone faster or as fast can redirect it. Oh well.
점 찍었네.
You betrayed me, Don.
사선이 비었어요.
시야 확보.
And just like that, he books it.
먼저 빠진다.
시간이 무한하진 않죠, 단테. 이제 끝장을 내야 할 겁니다. 무한한 것도
What?
대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
Okay. He's been targeted. Great. First off that with Bugman. Hopeless. Fence. Yi-sung. That with actual Yi-sung is neutral apparently. Hopefully Crow's Eye View will do better, yep. That is targeting Don. He better not betray my expectations again. Who's that aiming at? That's aiming at Yi-sung. And that is aiming at you. Meaning she's gonna get hit once.
가족을 위해
Oh well. Combo target mark.
부탁하자.
오케이, 보인다.
Crow's eye view.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
직접 싸워보질 않아서 그게 효과적일 것이라고 생각했나? 관리자의 전투 교육도
Okay.
위에 제시해야 할 수 있겠어.
Just got insulted by the red gaze. Yup. Is that aiming at? Aiming at some at Faust. Is that aiming at? Now it's aiming at Don.
이쪽으로.
따뜻한
What? He's targeting his own ally.
무한하진 않죠, 단테. 이제 끝장을 내야 할 겁니다. 무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도
This isn't gonna be good. Neutral. That's aiming at Gregor, so it'll be fine. That is aiming at Isung. That's gonna be struggling. Who's that aiming at? That's aiming at him. You. And then we do this. And hope we get the kill.
타겟 포착. 한시.
Because if we don't, we're doomed. When did he get so much?
부탁하자.
좋아, 어디?
That's bullcrap.
죄송합니다. 오티스님 마님. 제게 주어진 일을.
시간이 무한하진 않죠, 단테. 이제 끝장을 내야
Yep, just great.
무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
Don't seem to be that targeting.
따뜻한 원망도 유침도 소용이 없었으니 그저 무언가를 잡으려 애썼을 뿐.
시간이 무한하진 않죠, 단테. 이제 끝장을 내야 할 겁니다.
Okay.
무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
The only two assets I have for the fight. Who's that aiming at? It's McGregor. Who's that aiming at? Gregor. Okay, good. Use ego on him to make sure that he dies.
산초류 경혈 온 라샹. 끝을 낼 시간.
그 삶의 마침표를 마무리를.
옆으로 비켜.
내 팔은
My arm had
병에
changed.
있었어.
침착한 결과입니다.
시간이 무한하진 않죠, 단테. 이제 끝장을 내야 할 것.
That aiming at Yisung.
무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도.
Who's that aiming at? That is aiming at
없을 테니.
Don. Who's that aiming at? That is aiming at Yisung. I mean, no, wait. I don't know. I'm not good with these names. Also aiming at Don.
전투 응대에 나선. 원망도 뉘우침도 소용이 없었으니 그저 무언가를 잡으려 애썼을 뿐.
That's a somewhat nice amount of damage.
엎드리도록.
(11) damage, not the worst.
위에서 당신을
He is staggered.
관리자로 정한 데에는 합당한 이유가 있겠지. 기대하고 있겠어.
Not using any egos for this, even though it's kind of dumb, mainly because I need to save them. Stop. I don't even remember anymore. I can't even recall if they were even real to begin with. But you still remember your loved ones. I'll blast your skull apart, every single one of you. There is an old pendant hanging from the shooter's neck. Perhaps it could be the key to resolving this battle. Pride. Honglu tells the shooter to open the pendant hanging from his neck. The shooter grabs the pendant and opens it as though drawn by some unseen force, then screams as he grabs tightly onto his gun. No, I don't want to remember them. I don't want to remember the ones I love. Oh, please stop smiling. I said stop smiling. Get away from me. Shut up. The shooter pulls the trigger, his voice taunted by angst. But the force behind the bullet had already become much weaker.
계획을 세워두면 이런 것도 어렵지 않답니다.
이 기회에 평소
It seems like Operation Deceive Command capable of knowing eyes, Dante.
하던 대로 해보십시오.
And quite a lot of them met Bug Guy, which is very pleasant. That is going after Rio. Wait, no, that is going after Otis. That is struggling, but better than nothing. That one is going after Honglu. Finally got his name correct. That one is going after Yi Sung, favored. And that one, yeah. Let's go.
포착 1시 방.
Very close to the next staggered point. And yep, you're gonna die. Red line. Red line.
꿰뚫려라. 슛!
Staggered. Wait, no, he's not staggered. But he's close.
시간이 무한하진 않죠, 단테.
Not close anymore, apparently.
내야 할 겁니다. 무한한 것도
Is that it?
대가가
You,
없는
you,
그
you.
어디에도 없을
You aiming at?
테니.
Were you aiming? Why is everyone aiming at Yi Sung? To Gregor.
물러서지 않겠습니다. 따뜻한 엎드리도록.
시간이 무한하지 않죠, 단테. 이제 끝장을 내야 할 겁니다.
Is that going after that? Going after you.
대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
But only have to go after that one. I'm pretty sure you can handle. And then the rest of you deal with that.
가족을 흐르는 비록을. 밀감을 준비하고.
이제야
There we go.
완성되었나?
Oh, come on.
시간이 무한하진 않죠, 단테. 이제 끝장을 내야 할 겁니다.
Is that targeting Gregor?
무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
Gregor. Targeting Honglu. Him. Means he must die.
점 찍었네.
흐르는 비록을. 대안에게 충분합니다.
Cannot allow him to live, and I am going to be a little bit late to something.
그 삶의 마침표를 마무리를.
오케이, 보인다.
Oh well. This stream has gone on longer than I anticipated.
시간이 무한하진 않죠, 단테. 이제 끝장을 내야 할
All of it aiming at him.
무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그 어디에도 없을 테니.
E.G.O. E.G.O, we need to do as much damage as possible.
가족을 위해. 당장 로신한테
Onwards, Rosinante, again and again until the dream is within our grasp. Got a message on my phone.
이상이
Add it to me what you think the ideal is. Resentment, penance, all of it is to no avail. I will only reach out to grasp onto something, anything. Not the worst, not the best, I'll take it.
흐름을 따라
And along the flow and voila, there you are.
숨어 있었네요.
Oh, they're both alive. You should have no trouble finishing them off now. Proceed, manager. Dante, let the sinners do what they do best.
소감자들로 효율적인 마무리를 명령하시겠지요, 단테.
So close to death.
전투운대에 나섭니다.
시간이 무한하진 않죠.
Time is a limited resource, Dante. Finish and remember these two truths. Nothing is infinite, nothing is free.
무한한 것도 대가가 없는 것도 그
Who is that aiming at? I am just gonna have win rate 'cause he's almost dead.
전투운대에 나섭니다.
There we go. He's dead. There's another one. You've got to be kidding me. Fine. Victory. And next is that, which I'm not going to do yet. I would like to claim my reward and exit. The window. Yes.
꺼질 줄 모르는 코에서의 불빛, 재단실의 미싱 소리.
I just got to do that. How long will these remain open? 27 days, 27 days, 6 days. 6 days. Yeah. What's this? Use. Oh. I'll get Faust.
함께 하시겠나요?
Will you join me in the great
정화하는
task?
대업을.
Will you join me in the great task to purify the abominable filth? One who grips. Because I am very close to having enough with Sinclair. I think I am 60 away. No, not 60 away. I am 56 away. Which is actually kind of close. So now, best thing to do is literally dailies. Like daily for Brazen Bull.
지위를 받는
아, 이번 회
책임은 모두 내가 진다.
망치를 쥐고
나를 불러.
The battle.
총은 수지 타산에 맞게 한 발에 한
Anyway,
발씩.
thank you for coming. I have been your host, clutchskelly, and I will see you all next time.
지휘 실력을
Goodbye.
확인해보죠, 딴테. 하던 대로 해보십시오.